Hello and welcome to the Loresworn Order playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 Together for Victory as Australia, where we are slowly beginning to island hop. Actually starting to look a little bit like our American imperialism series was in 1941-42.
In the Pacific,
Right.
the Italians and the Germans are doing quite well.
Yeah, although Italy's almost lost Suez. I'm kind of surprised that they got rolled back that quickly.
Well, look, their attention moved up to Yugoslavia, if you remember.
Yeah,
And they won that war basically without German help.
Yeah.
So,
I'm TJ Hafer. With me is DM Schmeier.
what's up?
And we're doing kind of a lightning round today because, holy crap, did we not expect to be this busy in January. It's been, between the move and everything else we've got going on, it's definitely...
We move in 17 days,
Yeah.
and the four of us are putting in an average of about 200 hours a week at our day jobs.
Yeah.
Which, that's a lot, even when you divide it by four, folks.
So it looks like we were doing a naval invasion of this island, but it looks like we already took it, so I'm not sure why these guys are doing that. We probably should just regroup and...
So we're
Once again,
island hopping.
yeah,
We're trying to put pressure on the Japanese. This playthrough's United States is very strong. I've definitely seen weaker USs at this stage in the game.
Yeah.
The United States Navy and Army is rolling the Japanese in the Pacific. But on the other end, I think that the Axis powers in the West are doing better than they historically did.
They do seem to be, yeah, for sure. I always forget the freaking naval order button. Alright, it's right click, control click. Okay. We'll figure this out. Yeah, so we want to assign them. Oh, that's probably why. Convoy escort. Okay, so I have to click convoy escort and then I have to right click it, I guess. Is that the answer? Correct answer! Alright. So now we'll have naval intel here and we can actually launch this invasion.
Clear the Japanese out of our space.
Yeah.
And then we'll start to push into theirs.
Yeah, we've got
Although the United States is kind of doing that.
Palau here. Yeah, the AI is definitely better at naval invasions in this patch. So I'm wondering why it's still saying we don't have sufficient intel. Let's see if we can launch some planes up there. Whatever planes we might have.
We
Okay,
might
there's
also
actually
want to...
not an air base in Northern Australia. We want to fix that. Yeah.
Yeah, we also probably want to at least get an Air Force at some point here.
Yes.
Modernize our planes just a little bit.
So let's start building that air base up. And we'll continue to produce civilian factories. Oh yeah, and we can build, looks like we can build infrastructure in the East Indies now. Since the Dutch signed that over to us, basically.
And should.
Yeah. So, I'm wondering, what exactly is our Navy doing? Because they should be giving us... Maximum region count reached. Yeah, but why aren't you able to operate out of here? We have...
Look at the red. What's the red say?
Naval bases in range.
Okay.
We know too little about that region, but that's why I sent ships there in the first place. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We might just need to... Didn't I build a... Well, let's just build a naval base up here, too. Why the hell not?
Militarize the country a little bit, I think
Yeah,
that's
I mean, there's
probably
really,
fair.
Yeah, no reason we shouldn't have a little bit better naval infrastructure, so... yeah, we'll give priority to that and to the civilian factories. Oh, maybe if we change the home base for the... Let's see. Home base. Can we rebase them? Yeah, maybe the base isn't big enough. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. This is why I usually try not to break my rule of always watch the previous episode before you watch the current episode, because you can end up in situations where you totally forget what's going on. Alright, so there are some Japanese-held islands up
The United
this way.
States is basically just choking them.
Yeah.
Like they did historically.
We have military access, don't we? Alright, we're on the port of Guadalcanal. And I'm wanting to move to one of these British ports, but... Is this owned by the British? Right? Oh! Okay, so state-owner Japan, occupied by the United Kingdom. It won't let us go there, so we'll just go for something closer, I guess. There we go. Eventually we'll figure out what's going on down in the sea region, or someone will tell us in the comments and we'll fix it for the next episode.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't get...
To be honest with you,
sufficient
this
intel for
is
naval
one of the reasons that the original build of Hearts of Iron did not make my top 10 game of the year's list and was not my honorable mention game. Is I found it opaque, to be blunt.
The technical issues are the main reason that it lost the #1 spot on my list to Total War Warhammer as well. So we're going to plan a naval invasion.
I will tell you
Looks
that
like
if
the
I
US
had
are-
a second honorable mention to give, it would have gone to HOI.
Yeah.
I agonized over whether to do Hearts of Iron or Tyranny for my honorable mention for several days.
Both excellent games.
Yep, both flawed in a way that I couldn't call them a game of the year for me, but both excellent games.
Yeah, it was funny. Our lists usually overlap. This is like the least. We're probably going to do a video about our Game of the Year picks at some point here,
We
but-
also played some different stuff this year.
We
We
did,
played a
yeah.
lot of the same stuff, but we played a lot of different
like
stuff.
you had some indie stuff on your list, like Oxenfree, that
Oxenfree was so good.
I
Oh my
didn't
god!
even touch. Like I wasn't even really on my radar.
Inside and Oxenfree, you should play because you can.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4 and Final Fantasy 15 I played because I have a PlayStation
Right.
4. Which you are, of course, welcome to use, but I get that those games did not enter your radar. I
Yeah.
don't think our lists differed a lot because of taste. I think our lists differed a lot because this year, more than other years, what we played differed more. I think the variance of that was larger.
Yeah, someone pointed out that we shouldn't be worrying about radar because we're not being attacked from the air, so it's not quite useful to us right now, but it could be if things go sideways in Europe. Definitely could be.
Yeah, I want good radar because we're gonna eventually. The Luftwaffe is eventually gonna be our problem. So
Yeah. Still seeing a very slow
Push to
Barbarossa
Moscow.
here, yeah.
But it is a push. Russia has
Yeah.
not stalled them yet.
Well, the thing is, it does become almost like a domino effect. Like, once Minsk goes, this whole region is out of supply. Once Kiev goes, this whole region's out of supply. Once Sevastopol goes, they basically have a highway to Stalingrad and can supply their troops the whole way. So, oh wow, we do have landings in mainland
Japan
China.
is collapsing. That to
Yeah.
me, that much to me is obvious. Japan is collapsing.
I almost wonder if we shouldn't have given them a little bit more of an AI boost, but I think we'll learn from this
Playthrough
this
for future
playthrough
expansions.
Whether
I think the entire axis needs a bit of a buff.
yeah, well, because we gave Germany a maximum buff,
And we gave Italy a buff.
yeah,
like
Italy
one
and
tick.
Italy and Japan we gave a very small buff. But yeah, maybe for players of our skill level, we just need to
More.
buff the other side more. At least when we're playing on the Allied side, since things are kind of stacked against let's
The
see.
axis.
The axis to begin with. Yeah. Oh, cool. We can get next level construction. Speaking of construction, still making factories, still making air bases. Awesome.
No. But definitely look out for that. Another thing that we want to start in the new year is we were doing some podcasting and some audio conversational content. I want to go back to that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like it was a great insight into how we think about things and to how we play. And we stopped largely because of time, because if you can't tell, we're all kind of workaholics.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, they fixed this bug, by
Awesome.
the way, so we don't have access to the UK focuses that we're not supposed to be able to have.
Right, good.
Yeah, so it looks like we could specialize our equipment, infantry weapons and support artillery, infantry weapons, motorized. Or...
How about expand the RAF? The RAAF.
Sure. Get 2 air bases in Papua. That would help us right now.
It would.
But yeah, spoken content podcasts definitely.
I would love in the coming days. I'm largely transitioning a lot of my own income to some self-employed stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have a little bit more time. I would love expect something about our games of the year and whatnot coming sometime. I won't specify because that always gets us in trouble.
Yeah.
But know that is high on our list of priorities, and we're going to do something.
I'm trying to get intel here now, but once again, our fleet is... Maybe it's just not large enough? I don't know. It's highlighted in green. Okay. Now it says, okay, now we can go. So the U.S. failed to take this island. Let's see if our guys can do any better. By the way, what kind of landing craft are we using? Oh yeah, we need to upgrade those
fast.
Post-haste. That's part of why our naval invasions are taking so long. Oh look! If they're invading at the same time as us, that's going to be a boon. Oh,
they took it.
Apparently the Japanese ran out of supply or left. Possibly. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and just keep on moving.
Yep, do it.
Yeah, I think it'll take less than 28 days to ship 4 divisions once we get better landing craft. At this point, we're trying to load them all on rowboats or something, I don't know.
So as far as anticipated games...
Yeah.
I never got mine written. What did you end up putting on your list?
Well, I totally forgot about Mountain Blade Bannerlord, which makes me want to redo the entire list. That's like way, way up there for me. I love Mountain
we should
Blade.
redo the entire list. I got mine made, so...
Oh, cool, yeah. Well, we can update the article whenever. Geez, now we're taking crazy attrition because all these U.S. divisions landed there the same day we did. We're okay on manpower, though, I think. What was I going to say? Yeah, so my big 3 are Mountain Blade Bannerlord, Torment Tides of Numenera, and Mass Effect Andromeda.
Mass Effect Andromeda is my number 1 by some distance.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that we had a unanimous consensus. And may end up, I don't know, we could have a Dragon Age 2 situation on our hands, but may end up being the first unanimous consensus Loresworn game of the year, if it's as good as the previous.
It looks incredible from the
games.
Previews.
Yeah.
The gameplay looks incredible.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited for. They've taken a long step away.
If we were to take the Patara earrings from Dragon Ball Z and put them on and fuse TJ and DM into a single person, his favorite game, without question, would be the Mass Effect trilogy.
And it wouldn't even be close.
I don't think we've ever had as much of a consensus on something as
well, in my opinion, the Mass Effect trilogy,
Yeah.
when you take it as one game, which, granted, you kind of can't, but you kind of can,
Yeah.
that's a top 10 game in history.
I
think most would agree.
It's the best completed piece of interactive fiction that I believe has ever been
made.
Released. Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And I think most people have it on their top 10 list, if not their top 15.
Yeah.
So I don't know that I would be able to take someone terribly seriously who didn't have it on at least their top, like, 20, 25.
Yeah. No, I would agree with you there.
But yeah, and my number 1 is the same as your number 1. Though I will tell you, my number 2 and number 3 most anticipated are completely different from yours.
Yeah.
I could give a crap about Mountain Blade, to be honest with you. That's because I never played the first ones. So
yeah,
I keep thinking I'm gonna try them on Steam sales and whatnot, and I kind of just never get around to it. It's one of those.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I bet you I agree with you one day when I get to try them.
They are very high investment games. Like it's not something that you're going to learn how to play in a week or even a month. They're very highly complicated sort of. The one thing that might make you like them better than something like EU4, though, is that all the battles are real time and you actually control a guy and you fight like an action game while giving your troops orders using the hotkeys.
That's awesome.
So it's got a personal combat element to it. It's not just a strategy game. Yeah, so the next level of tech will cut our naval invasion time in half.
That's awesome. We need that.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we're getting to the point where I would say the Soviet Union is in a bit of trouble.
They are.
They're finally starting to get into some trouble.
And Mengkuo's capitulated. So
this is
good.
awesome. We're getting there.
Who made them capitulate? Oh, the Soviets. So the Soviets are actually throwing a lot of their resources towards Japan.
Because Japan is collapsing. I feel like that's tactically intelligent.
And Turkey. Is Turkey in the Axis? I think they are, yeah. So the Soviets are fighting like a three-front war.
Hopefully with Mengkuo capitulating, though, that'll actually help the Soviets stabilize against the Germans, like you'd hope, right?
Right. I still don't know why we don't have sufficient intel to attack this spot. If anyone in the comments has any idea what the heck we messed up, let us know.
You know something interesting though about my my most anticipated, my top 5 for the first year of my life is all console.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
It's never happened before.
Well, a lot of the big PC stuff came out this year.
It did.
So.
And a lot of the big PC stuff to come doesn't have a release date yet. It's all TBA, and I'm extremely skeptical.
Mass Effect is multi-platform, so that's still technically kind of a PC game, but yeah. What are your other 4?
My number 2 is Persona 5.
Okay.
That is my clear silver medal pick. I think those games are brilliant. Persona 3 was a better game than anybody gives it credit for, and people give it a lot of credit.
Here's the thing with Persona for me. People rave about the story, and I'm sure it's great, but I just can't get past that like old school JRPG turn-based combat system.
I thought Persona 4 combat did a great job, at least making it more fun and a little deeper.
Yeah,
I can definitely see your criticism with Persona 3 and Persona 3 FES.
Probably 3 is the one that I played a little bit of. Yeah, I think that was.
Yeah, it's the one thing that the Persona games have that I always made them a bit of a labor of love to get through is they're very grindy. Mm-hmm. And apparently that is something that they have basically fixed in Persona 5.
Yeah.
Which has me extremely excited. Not to mention, it's some of the best storytelling in RPGs. Like, the Persona 3 and Persona 4 have to rank very highly on any list somebody is making of best stories told in games. And I'm just looking, and I'm a story guy. I said it in my Game of the Year list. You want to make me like your game, like a lot, the best thing you can do is tell an amazing story.
Yeah, I think I'm very much the same way.
So Persona 5 is my clear silver medal in terms of game I'm looking forward to most. And my game I'm looking forward to most bronze medal would go to Shenmue 3.
Okay.
I very much enjoyed the first game. And I had a love-hate relationship with the second game, but there was a lot to love, and I did love what I did love.
Yeah.
And I want to see the story of the game, not the story inside the game, the story of the journey of Shenmue.
Yeah.
I like. This is a project that's come back from the dead numerous times, and isn't it still to this day the biggest Kickstarter ever for a game?
It might be. I would have to actually look at that list, but you could very well be right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just kind of excited. I'm kind of excited to play it. I'm kind of excited for it to...
By the way, those of you who didn't notice last time, the Southwest Pacific Initiative is our new faction that includes us, the U.S., and the Philippines. I'd love to get the Kiwis in on that. I feel like they
deserve it.
More to gain from being with us than they do with being the Commonwealth.
They do. I can understand a nation of that size being hesitant to leave to sever ties with the UK in wartime. We were better situated to do that.
I would love to see an event though where you can invite. If you're New Zealand, you can invite Australia. If you're Australia, you can invite New Zealand to the faction. Yeah, I never actually have played any of the Shenmue games.
They're basically a long, complicated kung fu RPG.
Yeah,
set in a modern. I've
seen lots of videos of them, but yeah, that was when that went on Kickstarter. That had a pretty huge
ripple effect.
Yep.
I'm also looking a lot forward to a Divinity Original Sin 2. which is currently in early access, by the way. You can play a bunch of it.
Apparently that happened.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how long it took, but we're here. We took back whatever this island is. So that means we can start using these guys for additional invasions. Is this all just one province? Okay.
Yep.
I was going to say, it doesn't look like they're on a port, but I guess they are. So let's see if we can deploy them to here. Nope,
Good call.
not there. We want the port. And let's see. It's probably going to say insufficient intel. Manchukuo has capitulated. Sorry to the legitimate heir of the Qing Empire. Alright, so we will... What is it? Control right click? I always do this wrong. People are laughing. People are laughing at me.
People are laughing at you.
They're having a laugh. They're having a laugh.
As they do. As people do.
Yeah, but we're doing a fairly effective job of evicting Japan from the South Pacific. And soon we won't have to wait a whole month to prepare naval invasions anymore. It's going to cut that time down to 14 days.
Which will take.
Yeah.
Oh man, that needs to happen.
Yeah. I'm surprised that the Soviets are doing this well when Germany has the AI bonuses that they do. And there have been no successful like D-Day landings or anything. Like, Germany should pretty much just be fully focused on the Ostfront right now, and they should be pushing ahead a little faster, in my estimation. But
well, the Soviet resistance has to stiffen because they locked down one of their fronts against Japan.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and recapture these islands. Our other force, are they ready to go? Are you going to get on a boat? They should be about ready. Did we assign? Maybe that's why. Maybe we didn't assign anyone to the order. Oh, wrong group. There we go. Okay. I just had the wrong army selected. That was the problem. So, yeah, you guys need to now naval invade from here. We're good on Palau, Philippines.
Wow, we have the Japanese in... We have them about licked, actually. They're about done. Some home islandy stuff is going to have to start happening soon.
Yeah, so let's go to faction map mode and look for any Axis blobs. There's still those, but for some reason the British aren't letting us use their ports right now. So I think we'll stage our divisions in the Philippines and just get ready for
the blitz of the home islands.
Yeah, for a full-scale invasion when it becomes possible. Alright, so we'll land. Yeah, we'll just take this port in the northern Philippines.
And we start going.
Part of our glorious allies in the Southwest Pacific Initiative.
Who, by the way, in this game are actually stronger than they look. The Philippines can make a fun playthrough.
Yeah, I've actually never tried playing as them before.
I have. It was kind of fun.
Nice.
As fun as playing as a nation without special focus trees can be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, which can be fun.
It can be.
One of my most fun
just a little less flavor, you know?
playthroughs was as Estonia, so I'm the last person to complain about weird
Just a little less flavor.
Yeah.
I like the flavor that the historical focus trees lend.
So, I don't know if we can't get intel for this. Philippine Sea, Bismarck Sea. Even with all of those naval bases, we can't get intel. Let's see. Our ships that we've been building, by the way, someone's been yelling that we didn't start producing our new infantry equipment, I'm sure. And we need to trade for some steel with the United States. Make sure we're
of America
building civilian factories. Okay. Yeah, so I know we have a smaller secondary navy. I'm wondering if we can just merge them with... Or rebase them, maybe. Yeah, let's see if we can rebase them to this port, and then maybe they'll give us the intel we need. If we have a commander... There we go. Victor Crutchley. It's an incredibly British-sounding name. Oh, actually, we've got an even better port down here. It's one of the Dutch ports that we got control over. Specialized equipment. Afghanistan joined the Axis. Soviet Union declared war on Afghanistan. That, historically speaking, doesn't have the greatest prospects. The Russian invasion of Afghanistan was not something that paid dividends for Russia in the long run, I don't believe. Marines, why not? Oh, no, wait, we've got industry stuff that we're caught up on. So yeah, let's do concentrated industry 5. And fund-owned gun research. Wonder if is the Owen gun, like, is that... It's like, hey, guys, check out my gun. It's great.
Yeah. It's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it's...
See, if it were me, I would try to produce the Nick Cage.
Yeah.
And it would be a machine gun grenade launcher flamethrower. And it would just set everything on fire.
So do we want to streamline our production lines? Or do we want flexible production lines we can switch out more often? We do have a 10% bonus on streamlined.
Probably streamlined. I don't know that we have the people that we need flexibility.
Yeah, well, and we don't change out our production that often. It's not like we're cutting edge technocrats or anything.
Afghanistan joined the Reich.
Yeah.
That is actually more significant than you'd think. No one has successfully invaded Afghanistan's North Territories and controlled them, like completely controlled and occupied them in, like, history.
Advanced artillery upgrade. Awesome. So I think we're pretty much done with engineering for the most part.
Basically.
Oh,
How about a 60 bonus on the atomic?
61 days. Plus 2 across the board research bonus. Well, we're still having intel issues. And this might actually be a good time to say
that's it for this episode.
For this lightning round
episode.
Yeah, episode, yeah. We'll do some longer recording sessions later in the week when we actually are able to
have a little time.
Unfilled naval imports. They're sinking our convoys. Damn Japanese submarines. Maybe we'll have to build some destroyers and go submarine hunting too.
Japan is almost done. We're gonna be able to.
Yeah, I mean they're I'm sure they're just launching submarine attacks out of these last 2 little ports out here that it's super annoying. Yeah. Check out Loresworn.com. We're at Loresworn Order on Twitter. I am at AsaTJ. DM is at DM Schmeier.
Yes, I is.
Subscribe if you're not already for more awesome videos. 2017, as you've probably heard if you've been watching our other series, is going to be a pretty big year. And lots of new stuff. Returning of old stuff, he said auspiciously. And, yeah, we're really awesome. Glad to have the 2,500 plus people who joined us during 2016, and we're looking forward
and
to
we're gonna get even more in
growing that
2017.
audience more. Yeah, so until next time, guys.